Have you ever felt like your leadership skills aren't quite enough? Believe me, you are not alone. Building confidence as a new manager can be really tough, especially when your expectations are high. In this video, I'm going to share why confidence really matters in leadership, some common challenges that new leaders face, and some really practical strategies for you to boost your confidence even under pressure. And if stress is part of your leadership challenge, I definitely recommend checking out my free training. It's all linked below. So let's start with this. What does confidence really mean as a leader? A lot of people assume that it's about being loud, assertive, having all of the answers, but that's actually not it. Real confidence as a leader is being comfortable making decisions even when you don't have all the answers. Because let's face it, you're not going to know 100% of the things all of the time. That's impossible. So it's really learning how to move forward despite having some uncertainty. And doing this in a way that also builds trust with your team. Because when you start to lead in this grounded confidence, others are going to naturally start trusting your judgment. They're going to feel safe, supported, and more likely to follow your lead. So you might be able to relate to this example. Maybe you just got promoted, starting a new role, and you're feeling very stressed and overwhelmed, and you're starting to doubt yourself. And you feel like you have no idea what you're doing, and you worry that others are going to think the same. The key is not to try to give yourself more information and to feel more overwhelmed, but trusting in your own ability to figure it out as you go, to start really owning your own strengths and making decisions calmly and with clarity, even if you aren't perfect 100% of the time. So we're not talking about being fearless here. It's really about moving forward despite having that fear. So now let's talk about some of the most common roadblocks that get in the way of confidence, especially for us high achievers. First up, imposter syndrome. That sneaky voice that comes into the back of our mind saying that you're not experienced enough, you don't belong here. Who are you to lead this team? Next, perfectionism. 100%, right? Feeling like everything needs to be flawless and perfect, or it's just not acceptable. That is a really big trap that we fall into. And what it does is it leads to burnout, and it leads to burnout really fast. And finally, fear of judgment. This one is huge. We're often hesitant to speak up and take risks because we're worried about how they're going to be perceived and how others are going to think of us. But remember, confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the courage to act despite of it. So when we challenge these mental internal stories that we're telling ourselves with support, with mindset shifts, and real tools that help us, that's when we can build a version of confidence that is not only authentic, but it's actually sustainable. So, what is the biggest confidence challenge that you've faced since stepping into a leadership role? Drop it down below in the comments. I really would love to hear from you. All right, let's get practical here. What are some strategies that can seriously boost your confidence as a leader? Number one is to set feedback intentionally. I know this can feel uncomfortable. We don't always want to hear what we did wrong, what we can do better. But I want you to kind of change your thinking around this, right? Asking about feedback isn't about pointing out your flaws and making you feel bad about yourself. It's more about clarity and growth. You can't change what you don't know. And it's better to nip things in the bud early on so that you don't continue doing the same thing and then it becomes a habit. So maybe you start off asking your manager just one simple question. What's one thing I'm doing well? And what's one thing I could improve? This way, you're also getting some positive feedback in there as well. The second is to use visualization. So before a big meeting, take a moment to sit, relax, close your eyes, and picture how you want the meeting to go. Picture it going super well. Imagine yourself walking into the meeting with your shoulders back, your head held high, feeling confident, speaking clearly, getting your point across, and handling any challenges with grace and professionalism. This is really going to help your brain rehearse success. The third is to prioritize self care. And I'm not necessarily talking about going to the spa for the day, although definitely do that. Love a good spa day. But I'm talking about like energy management. So making sure you're taking breaks throughout the day, protecting your time, setting those boundaries, not trying to do everything yourself. Because a confident leader is not a burnt out leader. You want to feel like you're leading, not surviving. So if all this resonated with you, don't forget to download my free training. It's packed with so many practical tools to help you lead with more clarity, calm, and confidence, and really help to shift your mindset around what stress actually is and how we react to it. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.